What's going on, YouTube? Appreciate you guys for tuning in as always. So Draymond Green was recently on a podcast with Colin Cowherd from FS1's The Herd. And he shared a couple of words regarding how Steph Curry had to deal with more double teams compared to KD back when they were playing together as teammates. And all this became a topic of discussion because the subject of Curry's lack of Finals MVP awards to his resume came up. And that caused Draymond Green to defend his teammate, of course. So I'm going to play a short clip on the conversation, and after I will give you guys my thoughts on this.
As you know, you watched it, we all watched it. Kevin Durant was absolutely insane. Steph Curry got double teamed probably 7 times the amount that KD did in a given series. So when you watch those games and you say, his numbers could be a little down, he's facing a double team. And by the way, this isn't a double team from an Orlando Magic. This is a double team from a team that's playing in the finals, which we know if you're in the finals, you're going to have a good defense. These are real double teams. This ain't some team that's throwing together a game plan the night before and then rolling their players out there that can't play half dead. This isn't that. This is elite teams throwing elite defenders at guys. And yet the guy will still averages, I'm not sure what his finals average is, but I'd be willing to bet my bottom dollar is north of 23 points.
So you guys heard Draymond's point of view, and you can't disagree with what he says because from a pure basketball standpoint, KD leaving OKC for the Warriors was literally a cheat code. Here you have an unstoppable 7-footer who can drip, who has guard-like handles, can shoot the three, shoot the mid-range, basically score on all 3 levels, shooting 90% from the freaking free throw line. You have this guy teaming up with 2 of the greatest shooters of all time in Clay and Steph Curry. And now obviously, after Draymond saying what he said, Kevin did not agree with Draymond's assessment. And what does KD do? What does he normally do, right? He goes to Twitter and says that Draymond is 100% false. Okay? And shortly after that, Draymond replied to that exact tweet and said that Kevin should learn to listen to full takes and not snippets before he gets baited into tweeting. So Draymond is basically accusing Kevin Durant of not getting full context and just completely disagreeing with him outright. And after that, KD responded again, saying that he in fact did see the full clip and doubled down on his disagreement. So KD completely disagrees with the fact that Steph Curry saw more double teams. And guys, listen, man. You see, the fact that Kevin Durant has to pretty much defend himself, you can tell that when he was in Golden State, he always felt slighted. Think about it. He joins the team. They go on to win back-to-back championships. Kevin Durant being a 2-time Finals MVP. But at the end of the day, it was still Curry's team. When you think of the Golden State Warriors, the face of the franchise, the first face or name that comes to mind is Steph Curry. And he didn't like that. And guys, I mean, Kevin Durant, he is a basketball savant. KD is smart. And KD was in those games with Steph Curry. And he knows damn well Steph was getting double teamed way more than him for the simple fact that Steph is the engine that runs the Warriors offense. Now, it doesn't take anything away from KD because he balled out. But let's not act like he was stifled on defense and was carrying the Warriors like LeBron did in 2018 with that Cavs team. Like, when Kevin Durant was getting his buckets with the Warriors, yeah, it was amazing and all. He was, he's unstoppable, of course. But no one was actually saying, oh, he's taking on a huge load. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was saying that, of course, this is gonna happen. Of course, the Warriors are gonna beat everybody. Of course, KD is gonna have his numbers because you're playing with Steph and Clay, 2 of the best shooters in NBA history. Curry, I think, is a 40+% shooter from 3. And for him to say what he said, I mean, obviously he's gonna disagree because clearly he feels that Draymond is discrediting him, saying that, oh, the only reason why KD was able to get his numbers is because the whole defense was focused on Steph. So I can see why KD would defend himself, but come on, man. Come on. If you were to speak to scouts and coaches from the league today, they will all tell you that when teams plan for Golden State, and this even when KD was there, when teams would plan for them in the playoffs, they plan for Steph. Why? Because of his shooting ability from 3. That spaces the floor so much that it disrupts opposing teams' defenses. I mean, it's kind of hard to not agree because I don't care what anyone says. Kevin Durant needed the Warriors. He left Westbrook and went to Golden State on a team that he had up 3-1 in the conference finals. And to make things even, to look at things in a more objective standpoint, because this is not one-sided. This is all supported by current Los Angeles Clippers coach Tyronn Lue. Now remember, guys, he was the head coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers for 3 of their 4 consecutive finals matchups with Golden State from 2015 to 2018. Now, in this resurfaced quote, right, by Tyronn Lue, it reads, I remember in 2017 and 2018, we blitzed Curry still with Klay and Kevin Durant. That was when Kevin Durant and Klay was on the floor. And he also said following a game between Golden State and Los Angeles in February that he's basically saying that Steph Curry is dangerous. Think about that. A guy who moves so well off the ball, barely dribbles the ball, and I'll be honest, Steph Curry doesn't need the ball in his hands. And he still attracts so many defenders on offense, trying to defend them. Can you think about that? And he was still able to average 27 while KD was playing with them. And you have Coach Tyronn Lue saying that he's dangerous. And think about this, guys. Tyronn Lue said that Curry was the most dangerous player while having Kevin Durant as his teammate. If that doesn't tell you about Curry's impact, then you need a serious basketball reality check. I don't know about you guys, but I'll trust the opinion of the opposing coach rather than the guy who will obviously say he deserves more. Now, this is not an argument as to Durant being a great player, because obviously he's a greater player than Curry. And even, I'll be real with you guys, even that's debatable with most people in the NBA circles. But with that being said, I do believe he's going to eventually win another title with Brooklyn. But he needed the Warriors more than the Warriors needed him, man. I'm sorry, man. I love Kevin Durant, one of my most favorite players. But he needed the Warriors more than the Warriors needed him. And the proof is in the Warriors' 6th finals appearance, where tomorrow they'll be facing the Boston Celtics. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Those 2 things will definitely help support me and keep me growing. But as always, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.